Welcome, welcome. Versus Angers. Hopefully, everyone is doing well. Yusuf Sirferji. If I enter US airport as a Dutch Somali, would they detain me? I have no clue. Never been to America, but I don't think it's Somalians that cannot enter America. I think it's people directly coming from Somalia. If there is a ban, which I believe there is. Yeah, what's up, Sochi? What's up, Santo? What's up, PSS? All right. Just send the link here. They're definitely banning. Uh, mm, mm, mm. There we go. Yo, what's up, Funkel? What's good, Christian? Any new signings? I mean, for the people that didn't watch my video, let me put up the reports and stuff here. Yo, what's up, Stumpy? Okay. There you go from Sochi. I have no clue. I've no. So you see, that's how I see you now. I don't know why YouTube changed that. I think it's because they want to make YouTube into like a social media. Like everyone has their ad. It feels very social media esque. I think Rodrigo Moore signed for PSG this summer. I mean, that was the person I was set to talk about. Maybe. You know, there's never could potentially happen. Only 10 days left, 8, 9 days left. So I don't know. But let me bring up the report for the people that haven't seen it. Why not Sochi? I saw you. I responded to your comment about the economical problem thing. Like his agent said that in a sarcastic way, like, "Oh, they're acting like they don't have any money." But yeah, this is the stuff on Rodrigo Mora. It's not translated. Paris clip, I think it's called. Clip Paris. Wait 1 sec. I just got to bring up this report. What was his name? PSG clip. PSG clip. Yeah, PSG clip. Yeah, right there. FC Porto puts Rodrigo Moore in the transfer market. And I discussed this before. He's basically having a beef with his manager at Porto who's not playing him. And they've already transfer listed him. So he could be potentially PSG bound. So, I mean, I have faith. We even got an Akhliosh report as well. This one right here. Magnus Akhliosh is very open to the idea of joining PSG, but no active contacts being made between the player's representative and for club for a while now. The Frenchman has a release clause in his contract valid for the summer, but the price set by Monaco is deemed to have interested clubs. And this is from Jamil. And then later today, I have this bookmarked. Yeah, these two. I mean, both of them are from Tansi, but PSG has no intention of letting Kangeli or Beraldo go, except in the case of an exceptional offer. If Lee were to leave despite this person's already identified successor, Magnus Achlios, whom the club will recruit for an estimated sum of between 50 to 60 million euros. Kangeli wants to leave, but Paris is refusing for now. It's a massive offer, arrives 50 million euros, the door will open. In case of a departure of hard prospect Magnus Achlios, Paris could launch an offensive to convince Monaco 50 to 60 case to follow. So coming up from Jamil and Tanzi Achlios stuff, Rodrigo Mora, you know, could potentially be an opportunity this summer. So keep your eyes out. Don't have like too much faith, but have hope. Have hope. Yeah, so I just got the new home shirt, which I'll be obviously wearing now for the live watch along tomorrow. But I want to see if anyone in the chat can guess. So I want to just spam names you think I have, who I have on the back, and we'll see who gets a correct. At the agent talked us being stingy for a few millions at every transfer since we were moving like United with the need to sell first. We used to buy first and sell later. I mean, Sochi, that has just been the, how can I say, the difference in transfer policy. I compared us before to, in the sense of Real Madrid. You know, Real Madrid, Sochi, they have a lot of money, but throughout like their history, a lot of it has been cheap work and so on. So I think it's just a new transfer policy at PSG. Um, I mean, it's like Kvara. In the beginning, well, even De Laurentiis came out once again confirming the news that we made the 200 million bid for Osimhen and Kvara. But then we, when we didn't get what we want, that's when we started acting cheap. So I think it's just PSG. They don't want to, how can I say, they don't want to get robbed by other clubs and so on. How was Kimpembe still at PSG? I mean, Kimpembe is still at PSG because, I mean, he was supposed to leave like 1.5 years ago when his contract ended. But Nasser Khalifi and the people at the club felt for Kimpembe. They see him as a symbol, someone that symbolizes the Parisian academy, French, from PSG and everything. So they extended him 1.5 years, just a cheeky contract. But he will be leaving this summer, probably to Qatar. I mean, because he was saying it like in a heated way towards PSG and that we disrespected him and Don and everyone. Sab Garincha, welcome, welcome. Dembele, Due, Nuno, Kvara, Neves. You mentioned in the video is fake. The source said it's Lucas Moura, not Rodrigo Mora. What? Wait, I don't understand what that means. I mean, I wouldn't say about hate, but I dislike Salah. I mean, for many reasons. Uh, Half of it is not him, half of it is him. So the thing that's not him is how much people overrate him constantly and just compare him with the best players. That immediately makes you irritated by him. And then yeah, is that some Roblox? Pacho. All right. So the person that got it was PSS here, 3332 Max. Yeah, it is Khalicha. Kvaratskhelia. And we got the UCL badge, baby. Before it was just Champions League logo. Now this is for the current holders, man. But yeah, beautiful. We were stingy with Dona, but even lowered his demands. But because Chevalier probably earns peanuts, they took it over Dona with some fugazi reasons. I don't think so, Sochi, because you have to look at the Chevalier situation. We've been after him a while. You could say that Dona, he had an uncomfortable contract situation. Maybe that's why we were looking into Chevalier. But come on, even when Lucha came in, we already asked the question: will Dona be here for the time that Luis Enrique is here? Yeah, and I think he always wanted to move on from him. His short said Lucas Mora. You said mega PSG. Here's mega PSG. It's Rodrigo Mora. And the picture of him. How would it get it wrong? Dub, dub, dub. Yamal. I, I don't know. Like this is not like an authentic one, so I don't know. Uh, but yeah, that's the latest regarding Rodrigo Mora. I'm actually see if anything more has dropped. Mega PSG quoted it wrong. Check the source. All right, let me go back. Mm, mm. Okay, so I mean, you're right and wrong. I mean, the source is mentioned. Here's Rodrigo Mora's departure in this transfer window is on the table, and then this is someone else called Francisco Mora, who they're also trying to sell. So, I mean, just two at the same time. Yo, what's up, Psych? Doing good, man. How are you? It would be nice. It would be nice, especially seeing Eze to Arsenal now. Um, we need some of that. We need some of that. But yeah, let's take a look at the recent reports here. See, nothing has dropped. Dry day here. We'll actually take a look at the lineup for tomorrow because for the people that have watched the preview, it's predicted to be a strong lineup. I can actually show you guys the Le Parisien one quickly here. Here's the Parisiens' predicted lineup: Chevalier, Hakimi, Marquinhos, Pacho, Nuno, Neves, Warren, Fabian, Doué, Dembele, Kvaratskhelia. A really strong lineup. And now we'll take a look at the lineup slash the lineup that I built. Events really taking us for a ride and lowballing us. If they don't pay, I saw him keep calling, said Saudi. I mean, the latest I've seen is mostly from Italian sources, which aren't the most reliable. But they mentioned that Colomani will go for like 45 plus 10. And they've said it's been a done deal for a while, but obviously hasn't been confirmed yet. I mean, I predict Arsenal to be in the top three. I think they will finish third. That was why I put in the predictions, but not adding Eze and you don't know what could happen. But what I say instead is what Arsenal need to do. When you finish second three times in a row and then splash the bank like they've done this summer, they need to. I mean, they need to win the Prem, man. They need to win the Prem. It can't be another second place. Yeah, they don't have Zabarni actually. This is the one that I built. Let me show you. Mm. This is the lineup that I built. So I put Zabarni there. But I rested Vitinha. Vitinha was the main one to rest. But as you can see, they have Doué, Dembele, Kvara in attack. No Barcola. I continued the four-man attack, but it could be that. Uh, but yeah, it could be Barcola rested from the start. Yo, appreciate it, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Maja Roland. Thank you, man. Yeah, I mean, I my opinion. If Arsenal finish second again, I don't see Arteta getting sacked. I don't. I think they will do. You know what? We just bought the new squad. Let's give him another year. No Kamara, this isn't great talent. Yeah, he got what two like sub started one game. I think towards the end of last season. He can be a good he can be a good player to have in the squad. I don't know how much he will get. Even Ibrahim and Baye, we don't know about how many minutes and how much he will play this season, but it's good that he extended. It's good that he extended. I mean, yeah, that's the biggest thing he has to improve on. Parisien. Rabiot is on fire. All right, but yeah, I can understand Barcola then being rested. Who was it they had? They had Warren. You know what? That makes sense. Even the Marquinhos instead of Zabarni. Yes, we got the Zabarni debut, but wait, what was it? What was it? Kang. Maybe Kang. If Lucho wants to keep his four-man attackers, let's go with Kang. Let's go with Kang. Could be Warren though. But yeah, I'm really liking this lineup. I showed this in the preview as well. Why we're playing now a strong lineup, I think it's because of this. So you see, we have Angers, then we have Toulouse, then there's an international break. So I think Toulouse will have more of a rotated lineup. It's away. Toulouse away, and then this one will print a strong lineup. What do you mean check him out? What Tangai? Oh, you talk about Kouassi? True. That's the thing. Those even someone in the comments I remember in the YouTube comments told me that Chelsea are built more for competitions than the league. Then it would be very surprising that Arsenal are that. Yeah, it's true. In the league, you should play more offensive, and then in the UCL, it's a bit like for PSG. Our two most important victories last season in the UCL was 1-0 away at Arsenal and 1-0 away at Liverpool, where we were extremely defensive and solid. I think he's on loan in La Liga somewhere. Could be Sevilla, could be Valencia. No, I just listened to the first part. No, so they had like the video of it with a picture of her, and then the title, and the title basically said, "I had it really bad at PSG, but I didn't think it would be worse at Marseille." Something like that. Like I don't know how she managed to bring PSG into it, where her son has not been playing since 2019. But obviously, she has to bring PSG into this. Yo, what's up, Ibrahim? That's what Barca won't win UCL anytime soon. I mean that is a fair point because after watching Barca Inter, I was still a bit amazed that Barca did not go through to the final. But I mean, it's really easy why they did not go to the final. If you ask a Barca fan, it was the referee, it was him hitting Eric Garcia, George March should get a yellow. I mean, it's really simple. The amount of goals they conceded. Because you have to understand, Barca scored 6 goals, but they had to fight. They had to shoot and create and pass and dap, up, 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 up to get goals against Inter. They had to fight to get those goals. Was Inter, the goals came so easy. Their first, second, third, at both, it, all 6 goals they scored were easy goals. The only goal you could say was a bit hard for Inter to score was the seventh goal because then Barca were pushing back a bit. So yeah, I mean it is a fair point. Even when I saw Barca this season, I was like, they haven't removed the offside trap and all of that. I don't know if they can win it this year, man. Yo, what's good, Bushel? What's good, Iron? What's good, G's? Ooh, I'm just seeing this in the group chat here. Let me bring it up. Chiqui Moscardo comp played 17 minutes. I'm looking at very close more. Kvara Zabarni Neves. I mean, according to the Parisien, Zabarni would not start. Kvara is a good one. Neves, obviously, see how he comes back. I mean, Neves is Neves always. Um, but yeah, Kvara will be a big one. And then, I mean, the star of the show, Osmane Dembele. But yeah, not in a critiqueful way, obviously. Kvara needs to score and stop being selfish. Zabarni just cause he's new. Neves, he's been out for a while. Yeah, fair, fair, fair. I don't know about stop being selfish. I just think Kvara just hasn't been that good. Like even his dribbling hasn't been good or anything. Like Chelsea, don't you think Zabani is going to be a liability? Doesn't seem super comfortable. No, he actually is very comfortable with the ball, at least from what I've watched of the comps and well, people that watch Bournemouth consistently have told me. Uh, Obviously, there were some questionable moments during that first game, but I just, he just has to get used to it. Premier League. Uh okay, so like last season, I watched more Ligue 1. All the Ligue 1 games I watched was PSG. I think I maybe watched. Now I sometimes watch Marseille in the beginning of the season. Like they were a bit close to us. Marseille fans were speaking. It was like before Le Classique. But then obviously I watch every single PSG game, and I don't watch that much Prem. This season though, I will start watching more Premier League. First of all, obviously I'm adding in more non-PSG content to the channel, and second of all, there's more excitement in the Premier League this season. So I'll definitely watch the Premier. But if you're saying apart from PSG, yeah, I barely watch any Ligue 1. The only times I watch Ligue 1 is when PSG is in the title rivalry. I think it's the same for Premier League fans. Liverpool fans watch Arsenal fans because they're in the title rivalry. So maybe if we had more, as PSG had more competition, I would be more willing to watch other Ligue 1 games. I mean, it probably stems from there isn't that much interest. These broadcasting places, they will fix broadcast where there is interest, where people want to watch. And maybe just not enough people, I guess, want to watch PSG in India. That's my guess. Usman Balondo. E Usman Balondo. E Usman Balondo. Vitor and João Neves retired the club. I think they will want to be Chapecoense by PSG. I mean, that is 100% likely. Vitinha is already getting older. He's 25, just extended the 5 years contract. So if he finishes off that contract, it's at least 30. So And France, Portuguese players actually, maybe this is something not a lot of people think of, but there is a strong connection between Portugal and PSG throughout our history. Pauleta. Wait. PSG, Portugal. In recent time, obviously, we've had many, but I want to see before our time. We've had João Neves, Gonçalo Ramos, Vitinha, Renato Sanchez, Nuno Mendes, Danilo Pereira, Gonçalo Guedes, and then it was Pauleta. Okay, that's basically it. We've had a couple of others, but Pauleta is only the big one. Well, we're gonna have. I mean, Portugal are having a golden generation, and we have basically all of their best talents. We don't have Quenda, we don't have Leao. I mean, Inácio, Antonio Silva, Diego Costa. But we have the best. We have Nuno Mendes, we have Neves, we have Vitinha. I just need Neves to start playing in the double pivot in the national team. Like in the last Nations League final, played as a right back. Yeah. No, I've heard actually about that Tunisian dude as well. I think he's like a plan D if we don't sign anyone because he's a left-footed right winger, the profile that we've been looking for. No, I've not. Well, what's surprising with him? Just join the stream. Why isn't Dewey starting? So this is the predicted lineup according to Le Parisien. No, wait, my bad. BA football. You're right. Wait, 1 second. Let me double check the lineup. Yeah, no. Dewey is starting. You're right. I mean, I'm trying to predict the lineup for the game. This is the predicted lineup that has come out, and I do believe in it. Chevalier obviously he would start. Nuno Mendes didn't start last game. Pacho didn't start. Marquinhos didn't start. Hakimi didn't start. Neves was obviously suspended, didn't start. Fabian started. Kangili started, and then Duid and Belechvicha didn't start the game either. So the players that got rotated in the first game are going to play now the second game. Mbappe. Even because the thing is, when it comes to legends, you got to compare the context. Where was PSG as a club at that point? Where was PSG as a club when Mbappe was there? Different expectations and all of that. But no, I would say Mbappe. The thing is, Pauletta, he has, he's at the games often with the players and everything. So I guess it depends because a lot of people, when you say legend, they mean more than just what he did on the pitch. If we're talking strictly on the pitch, from what I know that Pauletta did, no Mbappe. But if we're talking like love, not disrespecting the club and so on, then it's obviously Pauletta. We had Donna and go with Chevalier. Now the whole team can pass. I expect in a few months we won't be pressable. Our good teams will be in the mid block, 100%. And that has been, the thing that Spurs and Chelsea did against us, Sochi, that wasn't the best. So, and the thing is, Sochi, with the ball playing goalkeeper, it's two stuff, Sochi. First of all, he'll be comfortable with the ball, which means he can be another player we can give the ball to, and the opponent has to press, which opens up another player. The second thing is the long balls. As we saw in the Spurs game when Chevalier gave that long ball to Barcola, when we are pressed, we can look for the long ball because, I mean, look at the attackers that we have. That's something, obviously, we couldn't do with Donna. Remember Marseille? I mean, Rabiot was really good for Marseille last season, unfortunately. And experienced as well. He was definitely one of the leaders in that team. Rowe obviously leaving the team as well. So obviously it's a loss. How big? I think it's a semi-big loss. The thing is that Rabiot isn't that good, so it wouldn't be that hard to replace him. Ousmane Fabian. I mean, I've seen this team, go through so many transitions, so many players coming in and out. So it's nothing new for me. I'm just happy that, we went from many fan favorites at this club, like Neymar Jr., Marco Verratti, Thiago Silva, Kylian Mbappe, a bunch of other players. But so quickly we have a new team that we can start, liking, propping, and supporting and so on. 100%. Mbappe was not respectful enough compared to Pauletta.
Hello.
Yo, what's up, DJ?
How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Is the mic good? Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
All right, cool, cool. Yeah, how you been? How's your day been?
It's been good. Just chilling. Bit of a dead day when it comes to like football in general, like
Yep.
PSG, anything else. Like nothing has dropped. I mean, Eze, but that Eze was yesterday, right?
Yeah, I go to it depends on your time zone. 50-50.
How you feel about it?
Oh, bro, I'm over the moon, honestly. Yeah.
I
The
remember
your
before we
euphoria has
talked, you
died
said
down a
like
little bit, but
you don't know
I'm
about
I'm
his
still very
profile and
happy.
so on.
Say that again?
I remember last time you said about his profile. Maybe you wanted more of a Liao, maybe.
Yeah, more of a natural winger. That's still a question mark, but I feel like I love Eze as a player, so I just take that as it is and just be happy and see how it goes. There's no point stressing
Mm-mm.
over how he's gonna fit. You just gotta see how it goes. I think.
True.
Yeah. All right. What are we saying for predicted lineup and that?
This is the predicted lineup by Le. No, it's just change one thing. So this is the predicted lineup according to Le Parisien.
Okay. Is Warren predicted? Yes, he is.
Yeah, so Vitinha obviously arrested, played the entire Super Cup game and the Nantes game.
Yep.
They don't have Zabarni, but it was because Marquinhos and Pacho were fully rested last game as well.
Uh huh.
So just giving the minutes around and getting back full fit to season. But we're basically playing with our best 11. Only
Right.
Vitinha
Right.
missing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that looks pretty good. I think maybe Lee for Warren, maybe just a bit more offensive in midfield. But beyond that, I think that's fine. To be honest.
Same. That's why I had two. The thing with Kangin Lee is, have you seen the reports? Like he is, I don't know, looking at the market and seeing if anyone wants him.
Yeah, I've seen some of those reports. I think was it that the club doesn't want to sell him, but he's open. Which one was it?
Yeah, 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 yeah. But they
Basically,
will
that.
sell if an extraordinary offer
Good
comes.
offer, yeah, yeah. So it's one of them sort of deals. Yeah, I think the only thing with that is like you don't want to get to deadline day and someone slaps on an acceptable offer, and then you're scrambling to get a replacement.
True.
Yeah.
The thing is, who do you think would go for? Ooh, Spurs back up to Eze, Plan B,
Ooh,
from
that could
Son
make.
to
I like that.
Kangin Lee, from Kangin Lee to
Yeah,
Son, keeping the Korean
I, I
fans.
actually, I actually like that. I don't think that's terrible. I think living in London as well might be attractive for him. Um, the only thing with that is we haven't really heard rumors, so like the chances of that are probably unlikely. But you know, that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
Mm, mm, mm,
Yeah.
mm. But have you seen the Achiliosh and Rodrigo Mora stuff?
Um, I I've seen the stuff about more. I think he's been transfer listed, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, and I heard about that. I haven't seen that Aklish. The last thing I heard about Aklish was that oh my god, Leverkusen wanted him, but apparently he's too expensive.
yeah, 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 and Inter Milan as well.
Inter, I don't know why Inter want him. What on earth they want to do with Aklish? Oh my god.
But yeah, because they don't play it with wingers.
Yeah.
I mean, they have a new manager now, so maybe they stop playing that five at the back.
From what I've seen in preseason, it's the exact same shape. It's a
Mm.
3-5-2. Maybe in certain games a bit more offensive. You go with the three. Was it three? I guess 3-4-2-1, 3-4-3, whatever you want to call it. But I don't really think he fits that sort of team, to be honest.
Do you think that maybe they would play him as an interior?
Like a center mid, you think like an 8,
Yeah,
maybe. Okay, like an advanced 8, like what they did with Mkhitaryan. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that could work. That definitely could work. Yeah, you never know. I guess.
Yeah, but as you mentioned, both clubs have moved away. And then I haven't heard any Akhlio stuff until like yesterday, both from
Okay.
Jamil and from Tanzi. What's probably happening is Akhlio's representatives are calling them to get the name
Yeah.
out there. On both reports,
Okay. Okay.
one report mentions Akhliosh would love to join PSG, but nothing between the two clubs and the player and the club at the moment. And then
Yep.
Tanzi comes out and says, if Kangili leaves, PSG will immediately smack 50, 60 million bid for Achlios.
Okay, okay. I feel like Akliush kind of fucked himself with last summer signing that extension, but not adding some sort of release clause or something in the deal, to where if a club comes in with a certain offer, he's allowed to leave. Because now you've just put yourself in a position where Monaco can demand a crazy fee for you, So I don't think he's played that as well as he could have, to be honest.
True. The thing is, though, if you put I mean, the first thing is, DJ, there are no release clauses in Ligue 1.
Like it's not allowed at all.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense.
But even if he put a release clause, what, 70 million is a fair price?
No, I think you negotiate it down, don't you?
No, I'm just saying, if he was going to put a release clause, he would put it
Yeah.
at around 70, which is like Monaco's asking price.
Okay,
So I
so
don't
at
know
the
how much that would have
time,
changed.
summer of 2024, I think a 50-55 mil release clause would have been reasonable to put in a contract because he wasn't worth what he is. He wasn't worth what he's worth now in 2024, was he? I think
Yeah,
his
yeah.
value's only gone up. So I think Monaco might have been willing to put a 50-55 million release clause. I don't know. That's just my opinion, but yeah.
All right. But yeah, so Rodrigo Mora Achlios could be like last moment signings from PSG. Apart from that, we have the squad, and I've seen some people, still wanting more and so on. But how do you feel about going into the season with the team that we have now?
Yeah, I saw a report that apparently I think I saw it on Reddit that apparently the summer's done in terms of incomings,
Yeah, yeah,
unless
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
yeah, so you saw that as well, yeah. So like obviously the squad's in a good place. It's the same squad that just won the treble, so like no one's losing their minds or anything. But I think it's a little bit disappointing because you brought in what third choice centre back. Like obviously everyone likes Zabani, but he's a rotation option for this season at least. And then you bring in a first choice keeper who was good, but keeper wasn't really a position that needed strengthening. I think some of the positions that needed addressing haven't really been addressed, so that's a little bit disappointing, to be honest.
Oh, like what position do you think need to be addressed?
Uh, I think in an ideal world, in a really ideal world, maybe you sell Ramos and you buy like another elite level attacker to add to the rotation. I think a young midfielder could have come into the group as like a rotation option. Um, and then probably another fullback as well. I think fullback and another rotation attacker are more like needs, and then the midfielder is like a maybe.
I mean, because I remember up to like 1 week ago, all the reports, even Luis Enrique came out in a press saying we're not going to get backup right back. But then recently, I saw a
Yeah.
report from L'Equipe mentioning backup right back. So at least we know it's a question mark that PSG know of. And I
Okay.
saw reports that Warner would play there, Neves, and even potentially Zabarni, DJ.
Yeah. 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 I think that
And
was
then Nuno can
an
push up.
alternative to Marquinhos, right? Marquinhos or Zabani playing right back.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it doesn't even need to be backup right back, backup right back. I think left back. Why not a Nuno backup as well? Like just get someone in like Vanderson who can play both sides. I think that for me is like just making it more difficult than it needs to be. Like you didn't need to get rid of Donnarumma, but you did that because you wanted to, and you felt that it was the smartest option as far as like protecting yourself financially. So why can't you have that same approach when it comes to the fullback rotation? That's what I don't understand. Like, yes, like there are players who can deputize at fullbacks, but if you want to have the sort of strongest possible depth, there are moves that could be made, and they're not being made. But yeah, that's just the way I see it, honestly. Chat, what do you guys think? Ninja, why don't we start a game with the three centre backs? Yeah, I think that we're probably going to see that this season, probably. Um, when I was younger, I thought that Arsenal was created because of Wenger. I thought that as well. Yeah, I definitely thought that as well.
Yeah, DJ, to what you said, I agree with that. But like, what do you think could be the reasons? One thing I've always thought about DJ is like squad
Yeah.
management. That's something Luis Enrique cares about, and he maybe feels if we sign a backup right back, Hakimi plays basically every game,
Mm-hmm.
wants to play every game, is fair enough to play every game. Will that player, become unhappy? And then it's
Yeah,
about
that's because
Beraldo and Lucas Hernandez.
Lucas.
We have three
Yeah,
left-footed
yeah,
centre backs, so he feels all right. They can also play backup to Nuno then sometimes.
yeah. That's a
Maybe it's
good
about
point.
squad management.
No, no, you're probably right. Honestly, you're probably right. To be honest, you're probably right.
Mm, yeah, basically for PSG, that's basically. I mean, Isak. We were live last time when Isak made the statement, but then Newcastle made their statement.
Yep.
Are we having an Mbappe situation here?
uh, I think this is a bit simpler than the Mbappe situation. No, sorry. I think this is a bit more complex than the Mbappe situation. We knew Mbappe wanted to leave because reports came out very early that he had agreed a deal with Real to sign him free, and
Yeah,
those rumors had been going on for a long time. But the Isak situation, no, we're now hearing that apparently there was the infamous handshake agreement that was made behind closed doors.
yeah.
And Isak, I guess, was promised certain things, so that's where he's coming from on his side. And Newcastle basically saying, "Shut up, have a contract. We'll see you first thing training Monday morning." And they have a bit of a standoff right now.
How
So
do you
yeah.
think it will end?
Uh Loan. I think he's gonna go on loan somewhere. Probably. That's what I think.
Yeah, you said Turkey last time.
Yeah, I said because
That'd be
I think
crazy.
Turkey's window is a bit more extended, isn't it? Like the transfer.
No, I know, but like Osimhen going from Napoli, who finished like ninth, to Galatasaray,
Yeah,
at least you can accept it. But Isak going from Champions League Newcastle to Galatasaray, I know that Galatasaray are in UCL as well, but
yeah. It doesn't have to be Gala. It could be Fenerbahce. Like, and it's not even like, oh, he's in Saudi now. His career's been derailed. It's more so just like just to get him somewhere. That's when I
wait,
say Saudi.
your
That's what I
audio like
mean.
that there. What did you say? Just get him.
Is it good now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay. I was just saying, get him somewhere where he can play. Just for a season.
Okay.
Is
I
it
mean,
any better now, the audio?
that wouldn't be the best from Isak's point of view. You know,
Yeah.
how do you feel like, because the club are saying one thing and he's saying one thing, DJ? I genuinely believe, DJ, there was a gentleman's agreement.
Mhm.
But similar to PSG, I mean, what? PSG was the opposite. It was Mbappe who broke the gentleman's agreement. We had the gentleman agreement for that
With the
150
handshake,
loyalty
yeah,
bonus.
yeah, yeah,
The thing
yeah.
is,
That's
we have
true.
more evidence, DJ.
Actually, you know what? That's
Mbappe's trying to take.
yeah.
Yeah, go you.
I was gonna say actually, it's funny you mentioned that because like the loyalty agreements work both ways, don't they? So sometimes club makes a promise to a player, we'll sell you for a certain fee for club comms.
Yeah,
Sometimes the player says like Mbappe, I'll give up my loyalty bonus. So it's actually interesting just the way
yeah,
that works. Going both
yeah.
ways.
Because the Mbappe situation, we had more evidence, DJ. That's why, even
What
though
was that?
Mbappe is trying to take us to court and everything, it's calm. So the evidence was actually like an email or like a
Okay.
mail or something, a
Yeah.
paper,
Yeah.
which like PSG sent to Mbappe to sign it or something. So we had at least some small sufficient evidence to back us up in court, which is why
Ah,
Mbappe's
okay.
just been losing the court stuff all the time.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Uh,
But one thing
but
I don't
Isak and
understand
Gyökeres, no, nothing.
with that whole loyalty bonus thing, can a player actually forfeit the loyalty bonus even if they're entitled to it?
I mean, in a special moment like that, yeah, because what PSG told Mbappe is you're not gonna play. I mean, first PSG told Mbappe you're gonna stay in the loft
Right.
until you
End of
extend.
the season. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Until you extend.
Until
Yeah.
the end of season to extend. Mbappe, I mean, it was clear he was not gonna extend. That pressure was not gonna
Right.
work. So then
Yeah. Yeah.
Nasser came to him again, and he was like, you know what? If you want to extend in the middle of the season, towards the end of the season, maybe we can figure something out. But at least remove your 150 loyalty bonus. Mbappe probably
Mm.
thought of it and was like, you know what, sure. But maybe even then in his head, he was like, I'm going to try to snake the club. He
Yeah.
got
Okay.
reinstated. And then I think after he left PSG, so when the season ended, that's when Mbappe was like, give me my money.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. I guess. Okay.
And people are talking Ninja here mentioning Isak. Sochi mentioned Isak as well. Would you take him for was it 170 mil or something? He said. You mentioned like
Uh,
PSG Isak.
yeah. I think the issue with that is who you benching, you know? Like, is Due going to the bench? Is Barcola going to the bench?
I mean, but
That's the problem, isn't it? Unless Lucho just wants to do a madness and play like 5 attackers and then one midfielder.
oh, he could.
You never know.
But yeah, I would. But I would. I would. I don't know. Isak. I like Isak a lot. He's a great player.
Yeah, for sure.
Would you
Yeah.
take Isak or Alvarez to PSG if you could?
I like last summer or just right now? In general, just right now.
No, no.
Now, I'd say Alvarez because I still feel like Alvarez is like he's humble enough. I don't know. I don't know anything about Alvarez personally, but in my head, I feel like he's humble enough to be benched to like be okay with being benched for certain games. I think in Isak said he's like, okay, I'm coming. I'm gonna start every game. Everyone else can rotate, but I'm starting every week.
Yeah, yeah,
But I
yeah,
guess
yeah.
Alvarez, because I've seen him at City, he was, and we know he wasn't happy at City, getting rotated out. But I think he might make like less of a fuss, as a rotation option.
Yeah, because at PSG he would basically be like the starting striker, but like not
Yeah,
100%
Lucho would love
confirmed or
him.
something.
Lucho would love him for sure.
Mm,
Yeah. Because really and truly, I think the answer is obvious. Like Barcola is already a rotation option. So like
yeah,
obviously he starts a lot, but he's a rotation option. I think the answer is probably benching Due. And then you say, okay, you're gonna get some starts here, and then you're also gonna get some starts in midfield, and then you go from there. I think, because Due's age as well, he's probably the easiest to bench of the
yeah.
main three. Yeah.
Plus Alvarez even played like off the left
Yes,
at
he did. Yeah.
all right. DJ, I found
Okay.
this. It's a tier list. I don't know how updated it is. Football season transfer. Why is Boniface here? Where's he gone?
Milan buy
What?
op-
Don't deal.
buy loan with the option to buy.
Wow.
Yeah, Mo, they killed my boy, man. They killed my boy.
Who? Ten Hag?
Just football's killed. I don't even know who to blame, but it's just like he looked after that first season, man. He looked like he was destined for greatness, bro. And then it's all gone downhill.
Okay. Wow. I didn't know that. All
Yeah, are
right.
we ranking transfers? Oh, this should be fun. Oh, okay, this should be fun. Let's do it. Come on.
So the first thing is, what should the ranking be for DJ?
Ooh, okay. Like how? I think we can just make it simple. Just do we like the move or not? Basically.
Okay, so it's a mixture of price tag, how much he
Mm-hmm.
would suit the club, and
Uh
how
huh.
well he would think he will do.
Exactly. Yeah. I think we
All
can
right.
make it like a vibes ranking. It doesn't need to be too
True.
difficult.
All
Yeah.
right. Joao Pedro.
So Pedro, I'll go good. Good or
Yeah.
high solid. I think we can move it around.
And how much was he? 60?
Yeah, about 55, 60, I think. Yeah. Yeah.
Zubimendi.
I would go high good. So maybe we move Joao Pedro down to solid. I don't know.
You wouldn't go amazing for him.
Maybe it's a bit too early to say amazing. But if we're going just vibes, I would say amazing because he's been really good
Yeah,
so far. I
I'm
wouldn't mind
going off
amazing.
like price tag, not
How
too
he's done so
much.
far. Yep,
Su-
exactly.
su- a
Suits the
profile the
team
Arsenal need and everything. Yeah.
for sure. Yep. Okay, amazing is fine. Yeah, amazing is
Obviously,
fine.
we'll refresh you after, so we'll see the other amazing transfers. Cisco to United,
Yeah.
really expensive
Uh
though, like 95.
yeah, I'll go. You
I'll
know
go
what?
good.
I Good. Okay, good. Yeah, I think good high, but I think Joao Pedro is a much better deal than Sesko though. That's what I would say personally,
You think
because
he's
I
a
feel like
better
Joao
player?
Pedro. No, I don't know. Like today, probably, but I think Sesko has a higher ceiling. But I would
Okay, yeah,
say
agree.
Pedro, getting Pedro, who's I know you're gonna hate me, but prem proven and he has experience in the league. Getting
Yeah,
Pedro, who can adapt easier at Chelsea compared to Sesko, I think he would take a bit more time. I think Pedro's a much better deal right now. That's what I would say.
that's what I
Also,
mean with
United is
like.
shit as well.
That's what I mean with like What do we rank it by?
Exactly. Okay,
Because
you
then
tell
we
me
can
what
put
deal do you
Cisco
like
here.
more?
Because then we can
Yeah,
put Cisco here. Because
yeah.
we
What deal
both
do you
agree
like
that
more?
Cisco has a higher ceiling, and in 10 years, we'll probably say,
It could
what,
be better.
signing Cisco for United was better than Chelsea signing Pedro. But if we're strictly
Right,
going
right.
off now, I put him solid, but mostly because of the
What
price
deal?
tag and his
What
raw
deal
as
do
well.
you like more? By the way, that's what I want to say. What deal do you like more between the two?
I like Joao Pedro a lot. It just he's going to a very confusing place. Now that Cisco is not going to a confusing place, but at least United, I see them. They got a left cam and right cam and Buemo, Cunha, and now Cisco.
Yeah.
Chelsea, would Pedro even be a starter at some point? Maybe they buy someone else.
Right. In 2 years'
But
time, they might have a new striker. You never know with
exactly.
Chelsea. Yeah. Nah, that's a good point. Actually, that's
Go
a good
again
point.
for a Seaman or something.
Yeah.
Madueke. Is it
I'd go
50M?
confusing. Yeah, 15. I'd go confusing. I think low solid confusing is fine. Like Noni's a fine player, but I think it was a bit too expensive as well.
Sherki.
Amazing. Oh, come on now. Amazing. Obviously amazing. I think that could be if Pep doesn't fuck him up, that could be the best deal of the summer in my opinion. For that fee as well. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's mostly the fee. And then, he's out of these
An
names, I think
amazing
Cherki
player.
is the best here as well.
Yeah, I agree. All right, let's keep it going.
Gittens, I think
Uh,
confusing.
I actually would go solid because he showed a little bit in preseason as well, and I think I think he's probably a better player than Madueke, and they basically sold Madueke and they used that money to buy Gittins, and to me
Yeah.
that's a 10 out of 10 deal because you know it's because as well he fits better as well on the left wing, so I think to me that's a perfect deal.
I don't know. Like, he was like 50M, basically same price
Yeah,
as Madueke.
exactly. Yeah,
He's raw as well. You said solid.
I said solid. Yeah, I said solid. He's not a great player, but from what I've seen in the chat, so it's funny with this deal. I didn't like the deal when he was linked because I didn't think he was the right player for that Chelsea team. But since he's come to Chelsea, actually he's been better than I expected. So I think that's impacted my opinion a little bit, because I wanted them to go for Semenyo because I thought Semenyo would be he's a more solid fit as far as like better end product and better sort of like game understanding in terms of final third play. He's obviously just more mature in general, but it didn't happen. Yeah.
Because I'm still seeing Chelsea linked with Garnacho and Xavi Simons. All
I
right, you
think
know
the
what? We'll come
Garnacho
back.
stuff is bullshit.
You think it's bullshit?
I think it's bullshit. I don't think there's anything there, honestly, bro.
All right,
What
Delap.
we saying? The
Delap,
lap.
I'm thinking like confusing again.
No, I'd go solid. I think to me this makes perfect sense. Cheap, young English forward, and he's gonna be worth more than they bought him for already. So I think it's just money laundering basically for
How much they
Chelsea.
buying for? 40?
No, but at about 25, 30, I think, because I think he had a
Oh,
release
okay,
clause.
okay, okay.
Yeah,
Fairs, 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 fairs,
yeah.
fairs.
So to me, it's just one of those money laundering deals, like Vega, for example. They
Yeah.
bought him and then they sold him to Villarreal. That's just money laundering from Chelsea.
Zabarni, thinking
I'd
good
go.
immediately. It's a bit too.
I'd,
It's a bit expensive, but
yeah. Okay, can I ask you a question? How do you want to do like position, like weigh it against other positions, or just weigh it in general as a transfer? Because I was thinking like if you compare him to like Dean Huijsen, Vega, I guess, like other centre backs who've moved. I guess that's where you can maybe, if you want to do the comparison in terms of the fee for centre back.
no, no, no. Then it becomes too much, too many calculations, man.
Yeah, okay. I'd go low, good, high, solid. I think that's fair.
Okay.
Who's this? Yeah, I think we know where this is going.
Next up is Verts.
Yeah, I think we know where that's going. Come on now.
You know what? Great players cost a lot of money. It's
Yeah,
weird seeing both Verts and Cherky in the amazing. One being for 35, 100, one going for 150.
yeah.
But it's mostly about Verts. He's shown stuff in the UCL with Germany at the Euros, had a
Yep,
stronger contract.
yeah,
Cherky was mostly the situation at Lyon that made it be like this.
yeah. Who's that?
Cardano, it's some
Cardoso?
Atletico
Is it
Madrid
Johnny?
signing.
Oh, okay, yeah, they signed him. Was it Betis? I think.
Yeah.
I forgot they signed him as well. Because that's interesting. Then what happens with like Gallagher and some of the other midfielders they have? Then that's interesting. Oh yeah, because they lost the power to
Into
Messi's team
Miami,
as
yeah.
well. I forgot about that. Yeah, I would go low solid. Obviously, I don't know too much about him, but from what I've heard, he's pretty decent.
Yeah, and I don't think he costed that much.
Yeah.
Carreras, he's actually looked
Uh,
cheeky. I watched the last
yeah.
Madrid game. He looked good. Madrid
We
fans have
watched
said
last
he
Madrid
looked
game.
good in the
Yeah,
preseason.
yeah, it's good,
50M
good.
for a left back.
Yeah. What do you think?
Uh,
High
I'm,
solid?
I'm thinking it's a solid signing.
Yeah, solid is fair.
Kerkes,
I'd go amazing for this one.
well, only
I'd,
40M as well.
yeah,
Well,
only
we'll
for
do
him.
that, and I'll move him up then.
Yeah, that's fair.
Ekitike.
I'd go amazing for this one as well. Honestly, just all the
Yeah,
Liverpool
but then
chances
you're
is
going off the
amazing.
start. That's the thing. We're going off the
Yeah,
start.
yeah. I mean,
But
Mo,
then I'll
come
put
on,
him
man.
here.
He bagged on
But
his Prem
if
debut. Where
Cisco
can
is
I?
gonna
What
be
else can we
here,
say?
Cisco Ekitike for the same amount of money.
Mo, stop it. Ekitike clears. Let's go. He
I don't know
clears
about Claire.
him.
You can say he's
Oh
better, but I
my
don't know about
god.
Claire.
Clears. He's better. Oh, did you see him, bro, in his debut? Oh my goodness, man. In fact, forget the game against Bournemouth. Did you see what he did against Palace as well? Oh my goodness, man. Nah, Ekitike is a fucking monster, bro. Honestly,
All right, we'll
I'm
put him
sure
at good then.
Nasser's like he's squirming in bed at night thinking of what could have been with Ekitike, bro.
You want to put
Tossing
him in
and
amazing.
turning. I want to put him in amazing, honestly, bro. Honestly,
All right,
if
let's
you
make sure we
disagree,
don't have too many there.
I won't push back against that.
All right, Hussein, I'm gonna put in probably amazing, man. Especially after watching
Uh,
Madrid, like he's such a great signing for them. Exactly what they
right.
need.
100%. Yeah, I think that's amazing as well. Like there have been so many good transfers this summer, honestly.
Yorel Hato,
I go solid for that,
good.
I think. Yeah. Oh, you want good? Okay, good is fine. Yeah, good is fine.
Because the price wasn't that expensive. Well, like
No,
40,
it wasn't.
40M.
Yeah, about 40, 45. Yeah. Is
Esteval.
that Esteval? I'd go solid. I don't know too much about it. I think you know much about him. You know more about him than I do, to be
Yeah, I
honest.
mean,
So.
he one of the best talent coming out of South America in the past like 5, 10 years. And
Yeah.
once again, the price wasn't that, it wasn't even Vinny numbers. It was a little bit less.
Yeah.
Mastantuono.
Mastanto. I'd go honestly confusing. Just because I don't know why Real Madrid bought him. I would do that's how I would get
What do you
confusing.
mean? Now that they're letting go of Rodrigo, Güller became a midfielder. Mastantuono is basically the only right winger they have.
But Rodrigo is still there, no? He hasn't left yet.
Yeah, but they have to move on from him. All right,
Okay.
we'll put him
Yeah,
as solid
that's
then.
fair. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Who's next?
Um,
KDB. Okay.
all right. Kevin De Bruyne.
What do you think?
I guess he's like a Serie A-esque midfielder, these old heads. For free as well. Probably not the
Yeah.
highest wages. He could be really good for them. I'm thinking solid or good.
I'd go solid. Yeah, like the thing with De Bruyne that confuses me is like he looked so unbelievably washed the City last year in terms of like certain phases of the game where he just was on. He looked like he was running in mud half the time, but then there's certain moments where you can still see that the ball striking and the technique and the vision is still there. So I don't really know like what is he at this point in time, and also is Conte the right manager to get that out of him? I don't know if he is. So like it's really
Playing
interesting to see
alongside
how
Lukaku as
I
well.
looks like. Okay, yeah, but I know, but Lukaku's injured, bro. He got injured.
Yeah, true. And they're looking for
Yeah,
someone
because
else.
they
Yeah.
looking for a striker. So that's I guess part of the reason why he might now not have the same success, because that chemistry that I'm sure they would have been relying on isn't there now for the season.
Yeah. All right, we'll put him as solid.
Yeah, solid is fine.
Jonathan Tah, obviously on a free. Could that put him up to good?
Uh
It's a good signing for Bayern. I think he's better than Kim Min Jae, so he's basically getting a starting centre back from your main rivals for free.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's fine. That's fine.
Gyökeres to Arsenal.
Uh, I'd go high solid probably. The
High
the, the debut,
solid.
the debut has scared me a little bit, bro.
No, no,
That
no.
debut has
I mean,
scared me a little bit.
yeah, Gyökeres' debut does not scare. Arsenal's debut scares me because you know his passing DJ was off. You know when his technical ability as well, but we've known that
Yeah,
about
yeah.
Gyökeres. Like people are acting surprised. We know that Gyökeres is not that good at that.
Yeah, nah. It's just
At least
you
good.
know
At least good.
the one where he tried to dribble. I think it was at Maguire, and he left the ball behind. Bro, I was dying. I said, "Oh God, he's a meme now. He's a meme for the rest of the season." But they've already started making the Timberland edits of him, bro. Like, what is?
I mean, I think technically with the ball, he's even worse than Lukaku. Fat
Oh, he
Lukaku
might
as well.
be. He might be, bro. It's actually peak, honestly.
But honestly, I don't know, man. He was what 30M cheaper than Ikitike.
I
I
think
think he would
Ekitike
score more goals than Ikitike.
he might score more goals. I mean, knowing Arsenal, bro, I don't even know. I wouldn't even bank on that.
He should. He should then. He should then.
Bro, he needs to outscore fucking Calafiori and Gabriel. He starts thinking about Ekitike, bro.
I mean, doing like this tier list like mid-season will be good because then we can strictly use their time at the club.
Performance. Yeah, okay. That's fair. All right.
Osimhen to Galatasaray. I don't exactly know the money stuff because I think it's like 30M now and 50M and 50M in like installments
Yeah.
and so on.
I'd go good. I think that's a good
Yeah,
deal. He was really good for them last year. So yeah, just good again.
Rashford loan to Barca.
I'd go solid for that. I think solid. Or do you
Solid.
want to go good? Yeah.
It's just Rashford, but I mean we have to be honest. Yeah, Hanko
Yeah.
from
Hanko, I want to say right.
Madrid.
Oh, let's go. I thought you went Saudi.
No, he went to Atletico.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you're thinking of Inigo Martinez. He was the one that went there.
Maybe. Okay, so what is he? Is he a starter for them? You think next to Lenormand?
Should be, yeah, because they were linked with him even the summer before. I remember.
Right. That's interesting. So what they got? They signed a guy from Barcelona. Longley signed on a free as well, right?
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah.
Longley, Jimenez, Lenormand, Hanko. Okay, that's interesting then. Yeah, because they lost Ronaldo to Sunderland.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's good. I like that. That's a good deal.
Trent.
Nah, we gotta
Probably
put the rat in
amazing.
horrid, man. We gotta put the rat in horrid. He definitely not amazing, Mo. Definitely not.
You don't think this is an amazing transfer?
Nah, man.
He's
We
been
don't
good for
support
Madrid.
rats here. I'm sorry.
But I think he's been good, and getting him for free, even though he has a little bit of high wages and bonuses.
Yeah. Nah, I'm playing. You can put him there.
Luis Diaz. I'm not putting good.
I would go confusing. Not because it's a bad deal, but it is just definitely confusing. Like it's a crazy fee for just a player that you probably could have gotten like I think you could have made a smarter move rather than signing Diaz,
I mean, they could have maybe put 10 mil extra and gotten Leao, for example. Much younger and so on. I don't know.
That's a
I just think
deal.
Luis Diaz, I mean, suits what Bayern need. I think he could be really great for them this season and in the upcoming seasons. He could be like a Rafinha-esque for Barca. How Rafinha is for Barca, that left winger that scores goals. Because when you look at Olise DJ, he's not like a big goal scorer. He's mostly a playmaker, number 10-esque player. Same with Musiala and even Kane. Even Kane, for being a striker, his main job isn't even goal scoring, DJ. It's the playmaking, dropping into deep, and all of that. So I think Luis Diaz.
Can I ask you a question?
Price and age and so on, we can put it as solid.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question? Is there anyone that is younger? Do you think is similar to Diaz they could have gotten? So like inside forward plays on the left, but it's just a little bit younger. You think they could have gotten maybe?
What do you mean exactly?
I don't know. Like is there anyone in your head who you think is like just a little bit younger that they could have gotten that's an inside forward instead of Diaz, maybe.
An inside forward.
Yeah. So basically, he can do like the things you said Rafinha can do and all that, but
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
just younger
Yeah, that's the. I don't know how many like profiles like that there are.
around, right? Yeah.
Maybe
No,
maybe
I get you. I
Lookman,
get you.
Lookman
Maybe
Atalanta.
Lookman. Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen his deal to Inter. Got like it's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Atlanta priced him out the move, right?
Probably, yeah. Because I remember
Yeah.
they had like gentleman agreement with Lookman, but
Yeah.
only
Another one of
outside
those
of Serie
gentleman
A.
agreements. Right.
Only
Right.
outside of Serie A because they didn't want to
Yeah.
like strengthen an opponent. Chat is saying Fofana and
No,
Musa
Fofana
as
is more of
well.
a drib. Fofana is more of a dribbler. I don't think Nusa's ready, but Fofana he's more of a dribbler, isn't he? Like he's not. I think he's
Yeah,
closer to like Barcola and that. No,
mm,
not
mm,
Barcola,
mm.
but he's closer to like Elise Koeman than he is to Diaz. You know, like Diaz is someone who is willing to run, make those runs in behind. Whereas I think
Yeah,
Fofana wants the ball to feet to try and take people on.
true. All right, Cunha,
I'd go high good. I think that's a really good deal. I like it a lot.
not amazing.
I'm okay with amazing. Yeah, I don't want to put too many people in amazing, but I think I like Cunha. I do like that. Yeah,
Reindeers, I would
Ryan,
also put him in,
amazing.
especially for the price
Um,
they got him for.
right, ridiculous. That's
Kudos
that's highway robbery. Kudus, I'll go good,
already got
high
two
good. I
GA in
think.
his first game. Was good in the Super Cup.
Remember,
You would say
no
good.
no performance. Yeah, remember you can't. We're not doing performance. Remember,
All right, but
is it
I
Embuemo?
always felt like Kudos, even when he was at West Ham, I was like, you know what? That's I don't
A
like Premier
quality
League players,
player.
but Kudos is someone I would take.
No, he. I think he's someone who like when he's good, he's really good. But I feel like his off days and his bad moments are like really really
Like
bad as
Dembus.
well. Though. No, like I don't think Dembele ever shows bad attitude, but I think with
Oh,
Kudus,
it's the
there's certain
attitude. Yeah,
moments.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Got
I think
like a
it's one
red
of them.
card last season.
Yeah, when he punched up like 5 Spurs players. Yeah, like it's little things like that, and I know like they're not really that significant, but like I think those are the moments that stick with you a little bit when you think of a player.
Mm-mm.
Not just all the amazing good moments as well.
And Buemo, put him at good as well.
Yeah, high good. I think. Yeah,
It's just the price is a little bit, especially for his
Y-
age.
yeah, it was quite expensive, wasn't it?
Yeah, you know what? I put it to solid. I put it to solid.
Solid.
I don't. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Ait Nori.
I'll go good. I think that's a good deal. Just another one of City's just good transfers this summer.
By the way, where did Jonathan David go?
He went to Juventus on a free. Yeah, you read.
Juventus. Yeah, Juventus.
Yeah, I'm actually quite excited about that move. I hope they don't get. Um, I was kind of hoping they didn't get Colomwani
Polo.
because yeah, I don't. I just feel like David. Like I want David to play with like Yildiz and like whoever they have on the other side. I wouldn't want him playing as like a second striker. I don't think that would be good for him.
Where do you want to put him? Especially for free, probably good. Is Tudor still the manager of Juve, right?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, yeah. I'd go good. I like it. Yeah,
Baena.
Baena good as well. Yeah. Oh, you want to go amazing?
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about it because of the price tag, but I'm a bit. I don't watch that much of Baena. I just know that he's like really good. I think he had
Right.
the
Right.
most chances created in La Liga ahead of like Yamal and Rafinha last season. Not
Okay.
100%, but it was some like playmaking stat. He was like number one.
Yeah.
Almada from Lyon to Atletico Madrid.
Bro, I don't know what Atleti are doing signing all these like creative players because Simeone is never gonna play them. I don't like that's the only thing I don't like about Atleti is like I feel like they always sign like these random ballers out of nowhere, and then just like in 2-3 years time they're on loan at Leganes or something like that because Simeone just decided he wanted to play Marcus Llorente at wing back for no reason. It's just it feels like that's what always happens. Honestly,
True. The thing
because
is,
like
Abona
they
can succeed at Simeone, but he needs to be a dog at the same time. Like
yeah
Carrasco.
that's
I feel
true.
like Carrasco was a great mixture between one of those
Baller
dogs
and
that
dog.
he
Yeah,
likes, but also like has a lot of football talent.
that's a good point. Yeah.
A bit maybe Angel Correa, but he
And
had
no,
too much
yeah, that's
dog.
another one.
There's too
Yeah.
much dog, man.
To watch it. Yeah, because as well, I think there's gonna be games where he chooses to play like a defensive winger or defensive midfielder as one of the wide player options. So, like, I think against Barca last year, he used like Llorente and Gallagher as the wide players because he wanted like their pressing and their defensive work rate, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have Frimpong.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I don't want to just keep on glazing Liverpool, but again, I think that's amazing. For the
Amazing.
fee as well. The fee is just. I think they paid what 35 mil for him. No, come on, man.
True.
That's criminal. That is absolutely criminal.
How is Aitnori good, but Kirk is amazing? All right.
I know
Yeah, you
good
answer
Kirk is
that.
amazing. I think Kirk is better than Nuri. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think Kirk is a better player.
I'm trying to find this. Oh, that was
What
a
are you
long
looking
time
for?
ago. But no, I'm just seeing a very old comment here. Slut Slime. He said that you were right. Hanko was supposed to go
I'm not sure.
to
Yeah,
Al Nassr. I didn't know that.
yeah, yeah.
All right, let's finish this off. I don't know his name, but it's the Parma defender that went to Liverpool. I'm gonna put a Spanish.
Uh, yeah. I don't really understand this deal. Like, I've tried to find out stuff about him, but I couldn't really get any answers. Like, is he some sort of like a wonder kid maybe, and that's why they've
Yeah, yeah, I
taken
think
a
he's good
chance.
upcoming. I remember AC Milan wanted him.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, he's like an upcoming centre back.
All right
Matis
then.
Tel, horrible.
That's horrible. That's
Yeah,
disgusting. Yeah. The less said about that, the better.
it was only a loan option, but they made the
uh, yeah, they chose to buy him. Yeah.
and they have Odobert, they
Uh
have
huh.
Solanke, they have
Uh huh.
Richarlison.
Uh huh.
I know that he can play off the left as well, but
He can.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that um like everyone's been talking about how like they've lost these players to injury and all that, but like no one's even spoken about the fact that they spent 45 mil on Tell, right? And people are just thinking he's already an afterthought. He just signed for the club in January and now on a permanent, and he's already an afterthought. Like he's been there for 4 years and he's just been, like
Exactly.
he's basically what Werner was last season. It's like, I guess he's here as well. It's peak, isn't it?
We have Palinha to Fulham. I don't know how much he went for, maybe 30.
Yeah, I'd go solid. Yeah, no, it's a loan. It's a loan to
Oh,
Spurs. Yeah, loan to Spurs. Yeah,
Loic Bade went to Leverkusen. I actually think this is a good signing.
yeah, I think that's a good deal. Yeah,
Echeverri, where did he go loan?
I think that's a loan. I don't know.
I remember he was
Do you want me
linked to the.
Yeah, do you want to
Uh,
check it or should I check it?
no, I can check. I remember he was linked to Dortmund. Oh, he went to Leverkusen. He was the Boniface replacement. Just happened.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, that's good. That's a good
Only a
deal. Is
loan
it
from
permanent or
previous
loan?
City.
Yeah, loan.
No,
Okay.
I want to see because I remember Dortmund wanted Echeverri, but
Okay.
they wanted like an option to buy, but City did
Mm,
not.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm trying to
that's a good
read
deal. Yeah,
if it's
yeah. I think looking at
no option,
Leverkusen's
no
team
options
now.
by loan.
Yeah,
So
no
by
options.
loan.
Yeah, looking at Leverkusen's team now, I think they have a lot of good options in like the 10, but I think their only striker is obviously Schick, so that's a bit of a concern. I think.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah,
That'll be interesting what Ten Hag cooks up there. Finishing off here with
definitely.
Eze, I think it's a good signing.
Yeah, yeah, I'd go good. Yeah,
And lastly, Boniface. You said dry loan
Boniface.
to AC Milan.
I'll go confusing.
I mean, they
I'll go
needed the striker though. I saw they
Do
were
they?
even playing Liao as a false nine in the last game.
But that's the thing. From what I've heard, apparently, what's his name? I was
Allegri.
gonna call him Zanetti. Yeah, Allegri wants like 8 players very defensive. So with the 2 wing backs, 3 midfielders, 3 centre backs, and then your 2 outlets in whoever the hell they are. So I think in an ideal world, in his head, Leao and Pulisic are those two players.
Mm,
So I think that's part of the reason why he doesn't want, or he's not a fan of the Mexican Jimenez, right? Because they
yeah.
bought him Jimenez in January, and the idea was he's going to lead the line, but then they go and sack Conceição, replace him with Allegri, and now Allegri wants to play with two outlets up top. So I think Boniface at this, because he's not going to start with Leao and Pulisic. Like I think Pulisic is probably a better player than Boniface. So how does that work?
Yeah.
You know?
And
Yeah.
Ninja just mentioned Santiago Jimenez, who they obviously bought in
Right.
January.
Santi Jimenez. Yeah. Apparently Allegri's just out on Jimenez completely as well. Like he just doesn't
Wow.
like him. So make of that what you will as well.
All right. But yeah, we finished off here the full tier list. Very generous from us. Only one horrid transfer, too confusing.
Yeah.
But we'll definitely
I don't
make an
actually think.
update to this later
Yeah.
on, seeing how they
I don't
go.
actually think there's too many bad transfers here. That's the thing as well. You know.
Yeah, I mean, it's been like this has to be the window where most money has been spent, right?
Oh no! I feel like that window, that season. Are we season or window? Are you saying specific season or window? Just one window.
Window.
Just window. Okay.
So like this
I'd
summer
say
transfer window.
yeah. I would say 22, 23. I think a lot of money might have been spent that window as well. The summer of 22, 23. I would have that as like on my bingo card. Taking Burma
No,
out
and
there, 20
Buemo's
prem
fair, and
goals.
Buemo's fair. Just we
Yeah,
have
that's
so
fair.
many. We have so many, but yeah, you know what? He doesn't really suit with these players.
Yeah.
But even Cisco could then move up. But then you're looking at Dilap was bought for a cheap price, and
Yeah.
oh yeah, that we're done with it now. We're done with it now.
Yeah.
Madrid, yeah, I wish Madrid. Rone Bardaggi or Mastantuono? I would say Mastantuono because he like the hype that he had when he was at River Plate was more than Bardaggi with Copenhagen. The thing obviously with Bardaggi is the ACL. He got an ACL. He's still trying to come back to his best after I think he got the ACL early last season or something.
Yeah. This feels like Endrick versus Victor Roque all over again.
I don't, the thing with Bardaggi, I don't know, like because Barca have another winger like Dore or something that's also
Okay.
competing with him. So I don't even know how much playing time Ronnie will get.
Yeah. Like the thing with the Bardghji, I don't understand. Like, was his contract set to expire at Copenhagen? Because surely for Copenhagen, you'd rather just keep him for like as long as you can, and then have him recover at your club, and then eventually maybe try and sell him, or maybe you let him go on a free or something. Because getting what was it? I don't know, 1 mil or however much they got for him, like it just seems like a bit pointless from their point of view. You know, how much did they pay? What, 2 mil?
I don't know. Okay, so let's say he had a 5-year contract. It's 2027, but he probably had a 4-year contract.
Okay. Okay,
Oh no,
you're
no, no.
looking at.
It was 2027. Wait, what? No, no.
Are you looking at his
This
previous
one, this one.
contract at Copenhagen?
He only had 5 months left, so even less.
Okay,
His contract was gonna
okay.
end mid-season.
So you think they just took any money they could get?
Yeah, plus 2.5 mil for a Danish club is still a lot.
Okay, that's fair. I don't know if they played their hand properly though. That's the only thing I would say.
Yeah, maybe they give up a little bit on him. Maybe he hasn't
Okay,
been
as
that good since coming
yeah,
back from the ACL.
yeah, okay. Because he was highly touted at a certain point.
No, he was. What was it when they knocked out United and
Yeah,
Galatasaray from the UCL?
God, what a time that was, man. Oh my goodness.
I'm seeing this on the timeline. It's a cheeky Moscardo camp.
Let's
First
see it. Let's see it.
17 minutes with Braga.
Okay. I don't know why we didn't send Zach to Braga, man.
No, we sent it to Copenhagen. He actually scored his a goal there. I saw it.
Was it Copenhagen? Was it?
Yeah,
Oh, I
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
know that. Okay. But they're not one of the feeder clubs, are they? Sister clubs, I guess.
No, no, no. So it's Braga,
Okay.
and then we have
Yep.
SK Eupen, I think, in Belgium.
Ah, okay, okay. Are they a first division team or second division?
Not first team. And then we were
First
looking, I
division.
remember, at Malaga.
Malaga. All right, all right. Yeah, I heard about that. Has that deal died? Do you think?
Yeah, I remember I made the video maybe in March,
Yeah.
February time. Since then, nothing has come out. So
Okay. Yeah. I mean, speaking of takeover, I remember there was a whole thing of was it Lille or Monaco getting taken over by Saudi, but that's just died.
yeah, it's Monaco, Marseille.
Yeah, Monaco Marseille. Yeah.
Yeah, I still don't know, like, because Saudi's still, splashing money, investing into football and in sports
Yeah.
overall and so on.
Yeah. Mo, can I ask you a question? So, I don't know if you saw the thing with Strasbourg signing Enciso from Brighton.
I don't know who Enciso is.
I think Julian Enciso, the winger, Paraguay, I think.
No, I don't know who that is.
Anyway, doesn't matter who he is. Basically, so he signed for I think the tweet or the post was phrased as he's been signed by Bluco and he's going to Strasbourg, but he might have a future at Chelsea. Dot dot dot. So a lot of people in reaction to that are saying like
Yeah,
the
okay, keep talking.
multi-club owner. Yeah, no, it's not like the multi-club ownership shit is like it's ruining football, and I feel like the reaction to it is just been a bit overblown, just in my opinion, because I don't actually think it's that harmful. Like with Strasbourg basically being like a sister club or a feeder club to Chelsea, I feel like it's not actually hurting anyone, and a lot of young players are getting the chance to still, get consistent game time at Strasbourg with the hope of moving to a top club like Chelsea. So I don't actually think it's hurting anyone. Well, that's just my thoughts, honestly. I don't know why we loaned him out. He could have been a backup to Vitinha. Yeah, I just think he just wasn't ready, I guess, um, to play like Ligue minutes. I think.
Who, Moscardo?
Yeah, Ninja. I think he's talking about Moscato. Ninja's
Yeah, I
comment.
mean, yeah, Moscardo just hasn't been. He had the surgery, and then the recent Stade de Reims loan didn't go that well. So he's just very unfit. Hasn't been playing football at the high level. And I mean, Lucha just has to see a player in training a couple of times to understand like he's not at the level. So hopefully this loan helps him. But what you said, DJ, before,
Yeah.
the first thing that popped into my head, DJ, is other clubs. What I mean by that is the monopoly, DJ. We're seeing the
Hmm.
gap between the biggest clubs and the mid-table and the other smaller clubs, getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
Chelsea are going to keep running away, let's say from Brighton, because I mean they have another satellite club which they can earn a lot of money from and which will help them.
Yeah.
So it's that. It's like City. City basically got a free signing in Savio. They're Chelsea, Santos, Andre Santos, out of nowhere. So I feel
Hmm.
like if you're like a Brighton and you want to compete with Chelsea, DJ, it's even harder if they have a satellite club.
Okay. Yeah. That's fair. That is fair.
So, so, so I think, but I mean, that's the future of football, DJ. Like these big clubs and big owners are gonna keep doing this. I mean, even Strasbourg fans, DJ, they can't really complain. I mean, they can complain in one sense that
The club losing identity, right?
it, a bit like
Yeah.
that, yeah.
Okay.
But
So
I mean,
two things,
Strasbourg
right?
a couple of seasons ago were in League 2, like
Yeah. Exactly. That's the part of it that I don't get. Like Strasbourg as a club currently are in the best place they've ever been, at least in the last 50 years, most likely in the history of the club. So, like, how can you say like it's hurting Strasbourg as a club ethically or whatever you want to call it when the club right now is thriving and they're coming like getting young players coming through the club? Like that's the
yep.
part of it I don't understand. Secondly, if you want to read out this guy's comment seismically, I think he sort of responded to what I was saying.
Yeah. Yeah, I think then it's just like an advantage that Chelsea have that other clubs that don't have a satellite club don't have.
Right. Yeah.
That's like the best answer.
Yeah. No, I think the financial fair play stuff is definitely real because being able to get a player for a lower fee than necessarily what they're worth. I think that's a fair criticism. I think.
One thing we always talk about the Premier League running away from the other leagues, DJ, but another big thing with the Premier League clubs that I've just gotten to
Hmm.
know about is how they're using the women's team to go buy FFP as well.
Yeah, that's what Chelsea did, isn't it? I think they sold their women's team. Yeah,
And that's crazy.
for
Like,
sure. I wonder how that works
it's
though.
so hard for other clubs to compete with these kinds of clubs.
Yeah.
And by the way, Arsenal, DJ, now with the Eze signing,
Yeah.
I've seen like Arsenal's net spend this summer is like 245.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you don't sell anyone, the net spread just keeps going up. So
No, but
yeah.
I'm just trying to see it from the owners of Arsenal, DJ. Like they
Hmm.
went from, how can I say, spend moderately, have a
Yeah.
reasonable net spend, sell as you
Hmm.
sell, buy as you
Yeah.
sell,
Yeah.
and now just
Yeah.
splashing. Is it money they have? Because that's the thing. One thing a lot of people don't talk about football money.
What are you
Yeah,
looking
is
at?
the revenue of Arsenal, DJ, has grown so much now.
Oh yeah, yeah.
In
Of
the,
course, of course.
like in the recent years under Arteta. So yes, finishing second and all
Yeah.
of that, but it means you're generating
Yeah.
so much money.
I
So
think that's
this is
more to do with
Arsenal
Champions League as well.
Champions League. So this is
Yeah.
Arsenal 2020, 2021. And here you can see the boost. And we still
Right.
haven't gotten the numbers for this season that just went by, which is probably
Yeah.
Arsenal's most successful in terms of money generated because they didn't
Probably.
spend
Yeah.
that much last summer on transfers. They don't have that high of a
Uh.
wage. Who they bought
What?
last
So
summer?
Calafiori, Marino, Sterling on loan. Um, the Brentford, no, Bournemouth's keeper on loan. I think
Kepa.
that was it. No, Kepa was this season, Mo.
Who did they get from Bournemouth last season then?
Neto, just recycling
Oh,
Bournemouth.
that keeper. Yeah, that was at
Yeah,
Valencia and Barca
yeah.
before.
Just recycling Bournemouth keepers. That's the new transfer approach. Um, um, yeah, well, that's it. So yeah, I think yes, I think getting back in the Champions League probably helps with the revenue. As far as your stuff about the club now being willing to spend, I think it's more so that like in the past, especially under Wenger, it was like sell a big name, bring in money for that name, and then replace them with a couple of smaller names, and then a
Yeah,
lot of like bargain basement sort of signings because fourth place was seen as a success because as long as you get fourth, you get in Champions League, you get Champions League money, and you keep the club running effectively. But I think now in recent years, especially after the 22-23 season, the fake challenge, I think the club, the Cronky and all that, they saw, okay, maybe there's an avenue now to win the league. And I think a lot of pressure from the fans as well. So it pushed them to, wanting to spend a
100%.
bit more money, I think, yeah.
Because
But I
look
think
at
if you look
Arsenal,
at
like
the
from
money spent.
2021 to now, it's more than doubled in 3 years'
Right. I think
time.
if you look at the money spent like on an annual sort of season over the past 3-4 years, I think it's quite level with a lot of other top clubs in Europe. But the difference is Arsenal don't ever sell anyone for any amount of money, So the net spend just keeps going up because there's nothing to bring it
Yeah,
back
who's
down with
Arsenal's
sales.
biggest ever departure, like money wise?
Um. Oh God,
Okay.
that's actually a good question.
Henri, how much did he go to Barca?
No, but I don't think money wasn't really that crazy. I don't think it was more than 25 at the time.
Hmm.
2004 was it? 2005 maybe?
Not Henri. So if you're thinking recent time, I mean Alexis Sanchez, DJ, but I
No,
don't know.
Sanchez was a
Is
swap deal with
Mkhitaryan?
Mkhitaryan.
Yeah.
Yeah, the number one name that comes to my mind is actually Smith Rowe for I think about 35. But
To
that
Fulham.
tells you that tells you everything you need to know, doesn't it? As far as sales go.
No, you actually might be right because I remember a picture I saw, and the tweet was like Nicolas Alelka left Arsenal. I don't know 20 years ago, and it's still
Yeah,
like their third or second biggest
highest
ever
signing.
departure.
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of players that come to
Oh,
Arsenal, they leave.
all right.
Oh, okay, you're looking at it.
No, I someone commented the answer now.
Oh wait. Oh, Ox. How can I forget Ox? Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Chamberlain. Chamberlain. Oh yeah. Yeah. Um, I don't know if I've told you this, but he became the first player to lose by I think 4 goals or more in back-to-back games with different teams. So he played for Arsenal in a 4-0 loss at Anfield in 17-18, and then the following week, as a Liverpool player, lost 5-0 at the Etihad for Liverpool against City.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I
not
remember
nice
both
little.
the first game
Yep.
when Mane scored that banger when he came from the left.
Yeah.
Still one of the
Yeah.
crazy. Like I don't know how he got that
Yeah.
shot power.
Yeah.
And then the
Yeah.
second one is when Mane hit Ederson, right? That 5-0
Yeah.
to
Yeah. And then
Jordan City.
Sane scored. Yeah, Sane. I don't know if you remember Sane's goal. Cut inside, bent it far left corner from the right wing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's a nice little fact. But yeah, I think like a lot of players come to Arsenal. Like if you're in your prime, you come, stay for like 4 or 5 years, and then you're
Yeah.
washed, and then you just leave out the back door. No one really remembers you. Or like if you're young, but like maybe you come in at a young age, you're good for a little bit, but you're not like actually good enough to be sold for a massive fee. So you leave for like sub 20, and then maybe you develop into a star somewhere else. But no, Arsenal never really been a good club. When it comes to selling players for good fees, I don't think.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that's true. Systematic is asking a question. Did you see that Tanzi said that Leon also really want to leave? But PSG said no, except for a crazy high price. Do you think they're going to be a problem? I said that Kang is going to be a problem. He said, yeah, they will fight the management to leave. And my answer to that is no, I don't think we'll have problems. I think PSG have learned a lot from the Mbappe situation. Obviously, Kang and Mbappe nowhere close to each other. But I think PSG, a bit like City, when Leroy Sané wanted to leave, Pep left the door open. I think it's the same for PSG. And that's what the reports are saying. Lucha would really want to keep Kang at Lee. But if he wants to leave and a good price comes in, he will sell him without any problem. So I think it would be the same. To cap off a little bit about tomorrow's game, DJ, for stuff
Yeah.
that maybe you don't know, Donnarumma said to have potentially a mini departure.
Okay, like a farewell kind of thing.
Yeah, and Paris Saint-Germain are set to showcase all of the trophies we won
Oh, okay.
at the end of
Very
the game
nice.
after the game.
Oh,
So I
why
think a
not
little bit of a
start?
party. Yeah, that makes more sense. But I think they want to have a mini party because this would be our first game at the Parc as well since we
Champions League
won the
final.
league.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, yeah.
because like entire Club World Cup, Champions League final you mentioned, UEFA Super
Yeah.
Cup as well, first league game all the way. I think it's 10 games we've played all the way. So
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that should be cool. That should be cool. Are you gonna be there?
we're in Paris.
Yeah, Paris. You can do some interviews after.
Nah,
Could be fun.
I'm good. Maybe in the future, man. I mean, I'll have my
Okay.
double gangers, Warren and Chevalier there for. So
All right.
if anything happens,
Yeah.
um,
Are you planning on doing like more of that sort of stuff later in the future?
honestly, the biggest like stumbling block, DJ, is economically.
Okay.
Like, obviously that time it was also an opportunity. My friend, what's it called when you're in school and they send you like 6 months away?
Holiday.
Exchange student. He was an
Oh, exchange.
exchange
Okay.
student.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's why I traveled with him, and then we decided to go to a game. So like it made
Okay.
sense.
I get
But I
you. I
would
get
say
you.
the biggest thing is like economically for a trip like that. The
How much is
tickets,
so? What like
flights,
tickets to
everything.
tickets to the stadium, tickets to France. I mean, tickets to
Airplane,
Paris,
yeah. Yeah,
airplane.
probably
Wait,
gotta get
okay,
a
yeah, because
hotel or something.
yeah, Mo, I forget that you live in Sweden, bro.
Yeah, if I lived
Yeah,
in Paris, I would
it'll be easy.
go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all
I'll
the
go to
time.
many games.
Yeah, nah, I hear that. I hear that.
But
All
yeah,
right, all right.
that's the biggest one.
Yeah.
Uh, but no, I mean it was a great experience doing it, and I'm definitely planning to do that again.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. Yeah.
could be good
Yeah.
to
You
meet
had
some
a
new.
second
Yeah,
thing you wanted to talk about as far as the game.
I said Donna. I said the trophies.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I don't think I had anything else.
Oh.
But
Okay. Okay.
the
All right.
predicted lineup from L'Equipe just dropped. Is the exact same thing as Le Parisien. apart from Vitinha, set to start 3 games in a row, according to
Right.
them.
Okay. Yeah. I think it's tough because I think you want Vitinha to start so the team can be at full strength and can put in a good performance, especially after that disaster against Nantes, and the Tottenham game as well for 85 minutes. But I think you also want to be able to rest Vitinha, you know. So I don't know what you really want to do there.
I mean, yeah, I think Vitinha, he's like the player that needs to get rest.
Yeah.
Even Barcola, maybe. Barcola started the Spurs game and started the Nantes game. Played
Yeah.
majority of both games. So I'm looking at Barcola and Vitinha to get some rest. But I mean, both ones are predicting a strong lineup. It makes sense to play a strong lineup as well, with our next game being away, cheeky rotation, and then it's an international break.
Yeah.
So I think
I
this
get
makes
you.
sense.
Yeah. Yo, give me 1 sec. I just want to get some
Yeah,
water.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh. My bad, my bad. You know, sometimes I'm talking so quickly and everything, and then I read the comment. I'm like, wait, what was? I need to think about it. Uh, Baya. It was the exchange student. No. But there's some cheeky stuff. Rodrigo Mora has been transfer listed from Porto. His relationship with the Porto manager is broken, and Porto are going to listen to offers for Rodrigo Mora. So PSG maybe could swoop in. All right, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Thank you. How come German clubs can sell their players for so much money? So many of them flop. Ligue 1 players seem quite undervalued. I think it depends on the clubs. Like Monaco, really great selling club majority of the time. Lyon, a very bad selling club. I mean, Hussam Awar, Memphis Depay, now Ryan Cherki. The list goes on and on and on and on. Monaco good at selling. Lille are actually good at selling as well, even though Jonathan David obviously left for free this summer. Zegrova, only 1 year left in his contract, set to leave for a cheaper price, but they sold Nicolas Pepe for a good price. Even Diakite went for a good price. So I just think German clubs are smarter. They're smarter at looking at their players' contract. For example, Zegrova. Zegrova is a player Lille could get a lot of money for, but because they have been like he only has 1 year left in his contract. He's told them he doesn't want to extend. Now they are in a situation. I think just the German clubs, and they're quick at selling as well. Look at Frankfurt. They bought in Kolomani, sold him immediately. They bought in Ekitike, sold him immediately. They bought in Jovic, sold him immediately. They're very quick at doing that. Well, sometimes the Ligue 1 clubs get a bit greedy. They want to keep the player for 1 more year because they feel this is their year and everything, and then they lose him. So I just think when it comes to that, German clubs are just smarter. We have to bid because we're struggling a bit to break down no blocks. Thanks for the info, though. Yo, always. But no, hopefully we bid. PSG stance, from what I've read, every single report has always been the same, which is Porto wants 70 million, which is Rodrigo Mora's release clause, but PSG want to pay less. Now that he's on the transfer market, Porto could potentially and should accept something less than the 70 million transfer. So there's a good likelihood PSG could maybe do something. Magnus Achlios is obviously on the cards as well. Did Leon Mikawitze reject PSG? Paris Saint-Germain have never had any strong interest in Mikawitze. There's always been brief interest, obviously, because he's a great talent, but nothing serious. Nothing serious. But maybe, who knows? I mean, a transfer from Lyon to PSG is very hard. Obviously, he was playing at Metz before, but he wasn't that well known at that point. But with him being from Georgia, maybe Agent Khvicha in the future, but I don't see that transfer happening. But yeah, there we have the predicted lineups. We're gonna get a strong lineup tomorrow. So I haven't made my prediction yet. I'm gonna go for like a stat padding esque result. Go for a 4-0. Hopefully get a clean sheet. A 4-0 would be perfect, man. Some GA for the attackers as well, but yeah. Low blocks are mostly relevant in League End. We have seen with Bayern, Chelsea, Spurs that we struggle with mid blocks and intense pressing, long balls over our midfield. And obviously it was one game versus Spurs, and it wasn't the best game to check out from. That's why, once again, I want to face tough teams in the Champions League. Obviously, only 6 days left. For the people that don't know, the UEFA Champions League draw will take place on the 28th of August. Um, So hopefully we get some strong teams we can get tested at, because I wanted to see the Spurs game as some of a test, but it wasn't because we didn't have any break. We didn't look that good in that game. So I'm mostly looking forward to our first game. Yo, bro, don't you find it crazy Arsenal fans are celebrating Eze, who is an Arsenal fan, picking them over Tottenham? How the mighty have fallen. Yeah, you're saying in the sense like they should have been more confident before. I think they're more happy about Arsenal than Eze. So they're more happy about, because Eze was clear. He always wanted Arsenal, but he was going to join Spurs if Arsenal didn't make the move. I think Arsenal fans are more happy that Arsenal finally made the move, because they were waiting, I don't know, 3 weeks and let Tottenham do everything, and they were just waiting. So I think Arsenal fans is mostly a relief that their club finally made the move.
Yo, I'm back.
And especially not going to Spurs. Because Eze has always been clear. It wasn't like Eze was like, maybe I want Spurs. No, he always wanted Arsenal, but Arsenal didn't move in for him. And that's why. You're welcome, DJ.
Yep.
More height. Yeah. Yeah, he's good at headers. He's good at headers. He's good at headers. Well then, DJ. I feel I think we've talked up about everything, DJ.
Yep. You wanna end it there, yeah?
I think so. We've discussed everything. Did a cheeky tier list. We're obviously live tomorrow after the game. But we're still coming into the calm period of the season. But soon, DJ, 28th of August, Champions League draw.
Yep.
Which will be absolutely huge. I'll be updating and so on, but that's where more talking points, more stuff will come in. Then when the transfer window ends and so on. But yeah, pleasure as always, DJ, having you on, man.
Yeah, thank you, bro. All right, you take care, man.
Always, man. You, man. You too, man.
Yep.
Take care, DJ. Peace, peace. It won't be like last year with the League of Death. I think our UCL games will be way easier. We'll get more stat pad sessions. I mean, it's very hard to have as hard of a group stage like last year, but let's see. There's still some tough teams who can get in every single pot, but yeah, we'll definitely not get as hard as last season. It's better than La Liga. They get hyped too much because of Barca. I 100% agree. I have watched many La Liga games. I've watched many Ligue 1 games. I don't think the difference is that big, but I do think the Ligue 1 clubs, like average quality, mid-table, low table, is a little bit better than La Liga. Obviously, most of it is because of economical reasons. A lot of La Liga clubs. I actually saw the net spend of La Liga is like minus or something. Like they've sold more than they're buying, which is just insane. Like more talent is going out than going in. And the talent that's coming in is majority to Atletico Madrid, FC Barcelona, and Real Madrid. I mean, Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid, not even FC Barcelona. So, yeah. Any backup midfield, especially at 6. I mean, that's definitely the position that we should, get someone. I was talking about Baleba, but he was obviously too expensive. But it looks at the moment that Luis Enrique is not thinking about it, because I haven't seen a single report talking about it. I actually saw at one point a defensive midfielder we're looking for, but nothing since that early preliminary reports came out. So I guess we'll go into the season like this. And we can't forget, even if the worst happens and an injury happens, there is a January transfer window, which we saw PSG was active in last January. We could once again be active in it again. So we basically use January as if we couldn't get in the summer, which maybe we'll do once again this January. But yeah, that's been it from boy PSG. So hopefully, guys have enjoyed this pre-match podcast. We will be live tomorrow with the live watch along of Paris Saint-Germain versus Angers, as long as the post-match podcast. That's been it from boy PSG. Hopefully, guys have enjoyed this live stream. And as usual, allez, Paris.